Hey, what's going on there, guys? Nick here from Absolute MTG, and I'm here with a quick little shout out and thank you video to this month's Patreon supporters and patrons. So, for the month of March, we have two patrons under $100, which are Adrian and Michael here. And Adrian actually became a patron earlier. It was actually towards the end of February, so I decided to include him on the March shout out. But either way, I'm just so happy and excited to see that people are so willing to help out with the channel and funding it and wanting to see things grow based on what I have in the mission statement for what I actually plan to use with the funding that people are pledging. But last but absolutely and definitely not least, for the Max Pledge $100 Club High Roller Big Baller Hot Club, which is an absolutely preposterous name just on the spot, we have the 1UP Cup. So this is a channel for gaming that is co-owned, founded, operated, whatever you want to call it, I guess, by my good friend Chris Hobbs. So I actually met Chris through Magic, and I've known him for some years now. Really awesome guy. He has a channel with a bunch of his buddies where they do gaming stuff. They have a lot of retro content. They do playthroughs of games. They do a lot of like various competitions amongst themselves for bragging rights and just kind of bullshitting with that. They do like drinking games on stream and stuff like that. They do a lot of Twitch streaming as well. I'm going to have some like social media links and some stuff in the description that you guys can check out for them. Really cool bunch of guys, really knowledgeable as far as retro gaming goes. And their content's really sweet. Their channel is not very big, but the content that they put out just constantly is just top notch. So for you guys that might be wondering what Patreon actually is, it's kind of like Kickstarter, but it's this long-term thing, whereas Kickstarter is just like this short-term goal that you're trying to reach within a short window of time. So like Kickstarter, you may have like one project, you're like, all right, I want to do this and this, and if you guys can help me reach this goal of X amount of dollars, that would be really awesome, and then you have like rewards set up for it. Whereas with Patreon, it's still a crowdfunding platform for artists, producers, and whatnot, where their patrons or like their supporters are going to be funding them based on a recurring basis, like per month. Or in the case of like musicians, it could be like per song, or for video producers per video. So it's kind of like this ongoing thing where the patrons are helping you actually attain the goals and the improvements that you actually want to see in your work or your content or whatever you're actually doing. Now, if you guys have the time, I would greatly appreciate it if you just hop over to the Patreon page and take a look at the mission statement that I have typed out for the channel. I have a lot of different stuff that's outlined there as far as like small short-term goals, things that I'd like to implement with the channel, and overall just like some improvements that I would actually like to see take effect with your help. I also have like some frequently asked questions, some information about the channel, and hopefully with your help I can just completely resurface the channel and change the experience that I'm actually providing you guys. All of the information for the Patreon page is going to be down in the description below, as well as a link that you guys can follow to the Patreon page itself. There's also going to be a link and some social media links for the 1UP Cup, Chris's channel, and you guys should definitely check them out if you're into retro gaming especially. They really bust their asses for the content that they actually produce, and it's always just top notch and the highest tier of quality. So it's definitely worth your time if you're into retro gaming to take the time to actually just check out like one or two of their videos, and hopefully subscribe to keep on watching all the shenanigans that they get into. Another thank you to this month's Patreon supporters, and until next time guys, thank you for watching and peace out.